financial problems, elder law, criminal law, tax problems, business matters, divorce, personal injury, bankruptcy, your life, your reality. Life is complicated. There is the law and there is reality. Welcome to Law and Reality, sponsored by Thav Gross. Now here's your host, Ken Gross.
Welcome to this segment of Law and Reality. Today's topic is a Brian Small specialty: saving your home, resolving taxes, bad auto loans, using Chapter 13. Dun 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 dun. Welcome, Brian Small.
Good morning, Ken. Wow.
A non-AI person, a real person. This is the real Brian Small, live,
Absolutely.
coming to you from Bingham Farms, Michigan.
Absolutely, and it's going to be an interesting topic. It's
It's
one
if
of
we
those
can wake
ones
you
that's
up. Here,
just-
wait, Jeff, slap him on the back. Wake the
Yeah,
guy
tell
up.
me about it. No, don't slap on the back. The back hurts a little bit from playing way too much golf lately.
Oh, too much golf. Jeffrey Kirschner, good morning.
Good morning. My back feels just fine, and I get these fancy seats to watch the show.
Jeffrey Linden,
Morning, Ken.
good morning.
I want to know why we only talk about 2 chapters. Like, what does the rest of the book say?
There's chapter 20.
No,
There's
well,
chapter 11.
There's chapter 11 and chapter 12. Just quickly, chapter 11 is mostly corporate reorganization, and chapter 12 is for family farmers and commercial fishermen. So that really doesn't happen quite often in the Tri-County
We've
area.
talked about chapter 20.
Chapter 20 is doing a chapter 13 after you do a chapter 7.
Oh, so it's not really a chapter.
No.
And our commercial fisherman audience is pretty small these days.
You would
Here.
not believe how small it is.
In Metro Detroit, it's pretty small.
Okay, so today we're talking, and we do talk a lot about chapter 7.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're going to talk about chapter 13. But before we get there, I still want to throw out the 3-point retirement plan, because that's the overriding goal. You want to get to retirement and you want to own your home free and clear, 0 debt, and have some cash in the bank. If you do that, you're basically guaranteed an acceptable retirement. You will not be dependent on your children. You will be able to pay your bills. You'll be able to have some fun. You should have some funds available for gifts for your grandchildren. That may not sound, if you're 40, like ecstasy. But let me tell you something. If you're 62 and you have a house worth $300,000 and you still owe $250 on it, and you have 2 car payments that are $800 a month, and you have
Each.
and you have $40,000 of credit card debt, and you're still working but you want to retire, but then after you retire, your $9,000 a month overhead, how are you going to fund it with getting $2,300 a month from Social Security?
Not retiring.
You're not retiring. Otherwise known as you are the F word.
Why are you
With the
looking
D.
at me?
Because you're in the middle.
It's like laser beam on me.
Are you? Is there some paranoia here?
Well, I don't have 2 car payments.
Oh, no. You're
Can't be
fine.
talking about you.
So the point of the whole point is the 3-point retirement plan works. It's not the plan. You know, if you're out there and you're watching the show and you're receiving Monday through Friday solicitations to eat at dinner where financial advisors want to take you out to dinner for a nice steak dinner because they want to manage your assets, this isn't necessarily directed to you, because if you're getting all those solicitations, you're in databases that have told them that you have net worth that they're going after because they want to invest your money. But that's not the vast majority of Americans. That's a select few. The vast majority of Americans are putting themselves into this spinning wheel that keeps going, and it's fine when you're 40 and it's fine with your 50 because you're still working and everything's going and you're paying your bills and life is what it is. But all of a sudden it stops. You're 62 and you're sitting there saying, what am I going to do? You can't just sit there. You got to do something about it. Not at 62. At least do it by 50, 55. and then you got time to make it happen. If you can do it by 40 or 35, you're going to be the one getting the solicitations because you're going to have $3 million.
I'm 57.
You're not 40.
I know, but I appreciate the comment
Because
towards
I
me
stopped looking at him and I went over to you.
clearly I'm the youngest looking here. I don't have to paint my hair.
I think, are you the youngest here?
I believe actually
No, you're not.
No.
Look up young. I'm still 56.
Oh.
See, at my age, everybody looks young.
Yeah. Well,
You
look younger than the three of
I
us.
still think of you as 30.
I know.
You're
well,
not 30?
Not anymore.
Because if you were 30, I would be 43. I would take that.
Yep.
All right, so anyway, 3-point retirement plan is important. But now let's talk about if you're in a situation where you have debt and you are struggling to just stay afloat and the debt is rising and you're saving nothing in the bank, but you're earning decent income, you need an action plan to realign your steps so that you can attain the 3-point retirement plan. Is Chapter 13 one of those vehicles?
It's absolutely a viable opportunity to get out of debt. What most people are doing that walk into the office here, right? They're paying their minimum monthly payments on their credit cards. They're almost paying their minimum monthly payments.
Maybe doing
on their
some
credit
cash
cards.
advances to pay them?
And then what they're doing is they've got a mortgage and they've got a car payment and things are getting real tight. And what we can do with Chapter 13 is we can take that money that you can afford to pay towards your debt and force your creditors to accept it at no interest instead of 25 to 30% interest. We can force them to accept what you can afford, period. So let's say when we look at it, your minimum monthly payments on your credit cards would be $1,500 a month. But when we do your budget, all you have is $600 a month. Well, I can force Visa and MasterCard to accept the $600. And you get to keep your assets, and they get what they get.
So let me ask you a question. If you do that, when the plan is over and they're forced to take the $600 a month, where are you at once the plan is over?
You have no unsecured debt. Your
Oh,
house,
you have your mortgage.
You have your mortgage, unfortunately. You have to work on getting rid of that in a different way. But you have cash flow that allows you to eliminate other obligations.
Take a break. We'll come back.
Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
Worth Ave Gross, our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call Fav Gross.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call Fav Gross today, 888-235-HELP. You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress. Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirschner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP. If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
Fav Gross specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
Worth Ave Gross, our firm will solve your problem.
If your loved one is struggling with age-related issues, let our family help your family. Call Samasco Law now. We're family-owned and growing. Meet Joe Frizzard and Kelsey Samasco, our newest superstars. We'll handle your issues with care, compassion, and dedication. At Samasco Law, we'll leave no stone unturned until your family is protected for the long term. We'll walk together. That's what families do. Samasco Law. Protect what matters.
Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call Fav Gross.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call Fav Gross. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
Okay, the reason why I asked you that, and I want to come back to when you're saying you can focus on other things, is this. We live in a society that is short-term focused. And it's very common, I think, for people to think, well, if I can get out of debt in a week, that would be great. But practically speaking, bankruptcy in Chapter 13 is 3 to 5 years, right?
Correct.
Okay. Debt resolution, which we sometimes do, which is resolving debt outside of bankruptcy.
Anywhere from 12 months to 36 months in general.
So it's a period of time. So if I understand this mindset, that's so long. But what you need to understand is it's not long.
It's not, because what have you been doing previously? You're paying the minimum monthly payments and making no progress, so you're doing it over and over and over again.
Exactly. If you don't do it,
and it lasts forever.
You go 3 years and you're in the same position or worse position. If you go 3 years and you do the Chapter 13 or you do debt resolution, whatever you do to get rid of the debt, once the debt is gone, you have the entire rest of your life to increase your net worth, to make things go up, rather than to live your life as a flat line where you grow nothing and then all of a sudden you're at retirement and you have all this debt. Well, if you make that move, and it takes you 3 years to get out of the debt. So you're here and you go to there. And now you've got another 20 years, you're going to go way up. This is like a Ronald Reagan graph. It's very simple. Everything then goes up. Your net worth goes up, and now you're at 65 and you're here. You got zero debt, your house is paid for, you got this much cash in the bank. It is so important to do that.
But more importantly is retirement doesn't happen unless you get to that point. It's impossible for you to retire. Your debts are astronomical if...
Yeah, and then what do you do if you have no choice? If you're disabled and you can't work?
Well, one of the keys here is that you want to act earlier than later, because most people are trying to buy a home. And the more equity you have in a home, the less likely it is that you're...
You want to act to get rid of the debt?
Yeah, if you have, I can protect for a married couple, if they have no joint debt, I can protect all the equity in the home. But if they have joint debt, I can protect about $60,000 equity in your home. So in a Chapter 13, that first $60,000 means that if you only had $60,000 for the equity in your home, and I could protect it all, you wouldn't have to pay anything back to your unsecured creditors.
Well, what happens if I have $200,000 of equity in my home?
So $200,000.
But I have $200,000 of credit card debt.
So $200,000 for the equity in your home probably means you're going to pay back, after we do the calculations and the manipulations, about $100,000 over 5 years. And
but at the end of the 5 years, I still have how much debt?
You have zero debt at the end of the 5 years.
That's my point.
And if you take $200,000 and you've been paying the minimum monthly payments, that's roughly $6,000 a month. Is that? Yeah, that's about right. $6,000 a month in minimum monthly payments on $200,000, which isn't so. If your budget said you had $3,000, you were going to pay back that $100,000 over the 3 to 5 years, but you're going to walk away from $100,000 in principal owed on those credit cards, and you're going to walk away from about $200,000 in interest that would have accrued.
I agree with you, but let me just share the opposite side of the viewpoint, which is the same outcome and the same result. In this period, this is the period we're getting rid of the debt. Your job's to make sure that we do it as cost effectively as possible.
Sure.
Right?
My job is to let you live, eat, sleep, breathe, and be happy, and then pay what you can afford.
And give the creditors the least amount you have to.
Absolutely.
Okay. But either way, if you do this, you have to go through this period. What I'm submitting to you is it doesn't really matter whether you do it, whether it costs you $3,000 a month or $2,000 a month.
Or $200 a month, which is more likely what your payment's going to be.
It's all about where you get to. At the end of the period, at the end of the 3 to 5 years, you now are debt free, and you're out of prison. You're in prison now. You're in prison for the rest of your life if you don't do something. You're still in prison, but you're getting more privileges during this little gap period of the 3 years you're getting out of debt.
I want to make sure.
But when you're out, they open the gates and they say to you, here's the keys to the castle. You have no debt, you have your job, you have your income, and you have the ability to do what? To save money. What are you going to do then? You're debt free.
You're going to hit the 3-point retirement plan. That's what's going to happen.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All of a sudden you have $3,000 a month of positive cash flow. What are you going to do? Just go on a vacation every month?
No, you're going to save it. You're going to protect yourself for the future.
Are you going to start ramping up your credit cards again?
God, I hope not.
What about your credit score?
Your credit score heals and comes back.
Okay, but is the credit score important?
Not really. Not if you don't need credit.
The time, it's like everything. Once you don't need something, it's available to you. When you don't need to work, money's not a problem.
The key here to understand is that for most people that go into Chapter 13, if you're just dealing with your credit cards and your unsecured debt, your payments are usually in the $200 to $300 a month range.
So how does it work?
And if you are trying to save your house because you've fallen behind on your house, we can utilize all the money that's been going everywhere and we focus it just on the house so that the house becomes your number one priority. And then your number 2 priority might be the car. And the number 3 priority might be the Internal Revenue Service. When you are paying your bills right now, everybody wants a little piece of everything, right? What we do is we focus the money where it's supposed to go and what's most important to be paid. House first, car second, IRS third, and hospital bills and credit cards, if they don't get a dime, I don't really even think twice about it.
I mean, that's what we want. We don't want them, if we can avoid them getting a dime, great. If they have to get a dime, they get a dime. But what happens? End of the 3 years, end of the 5 years.
There's cash flow available and the debt is gone.
You're out of debt. So let's take a break. When we come back, I want you to tell me what to do with that extra cash flow once I have it.
Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call Thav Gross.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call Thav Gross. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
The doctors ask if Dad's affairs are in order. Did Dad ever talk to you about what we should do in a situation like this?
Not a word.
What should we do?
We should have called Samasco.
Don't wait. All it takes is a quick call to Samasco Law or go online and fill out a request. We can get your needs and wishes set in stone so your family doesn't have to play a guessing game when the chips are down. Protect what matters. For power of attorney, call Samasco Law today.
Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call Thav Gross.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call Thav Gross today, 888-235-HELP.
Time for announcements. I want to announce Thav Gross has opened a new office downriver in the Horizon building on Eureka Road. So now we're in Flint, downriver, and also our home office in Bingham Farms. Remember, you can always come in for a free consultation. You can do it by
Zoom conference, in the office, any way that works best for you. Just call 888-235-HELP or go to the website, thavgross.com, to sign up. Debt issues, tax issues, estate planning issues, business law issues, elder law issues with Pat or Kelsey, disability issues with Jeff Kirschner. Again, sign up at lawandreality.com or thavgross.com or just call 888-235-HELP. Also, if you go to the website, you'll see there's free reports. Resolving Tax Problems, The Real Solutions by Jeff Linden and myself. Bankruptcy, Is It Right for Me by Brian Small. How to Save Your Home from Foreclosure. Business Formations, Loans and Grants for Small Businesses in Detroit and Michigan. And The Retiree's Guide to Social Security by Pat Samasco. I want to thank our sponsors, Thav Gross, Samasco Law, Kirschner Law. Now back to the show.
Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress. Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirschner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP. If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
Thav Gross specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
All right, so we're back. All right.
Right.
One point. Over the years, I've had this conversation with numerous clients where they've come in with massive amount of credit card debt, and I've made the theory and told them, the sooner you take the action, the sooner you get rid of the debt and you start growing. And oftentimes, Brian and I have seen it. We've had clients that had like $200,000, $300,000 credit card debt. They waited a year before they finally decided to do it. Well, what did they do during that year? They just delayed the process an extra year.
I'll give the vision. Take $101 bills. Go home, go into your bathroom, and flush them down the toilet one at a time. You wouldn't do that because it's the stupidest thing that you would ever do.
But waiting is that.
Yet, continuing to pay your credit card minimum monthly payments when there really is no way to get out of it without doing something like debt resolution or Chapter 13 or Chapter 7, it's effectively flushing the money down the toilet. The sooner you come in to see me, the better off you are.
Jeff, you asked,
Yeah.
tell me about the Chapter 13.
How does it work? Like, so,
right, so-
I need to get this benefit.
All right, so
What
here's
do I
what
have
I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down with you. I'm going to analyze your budget. I'm going to figure out what it takes for you to pay your electric bill, your gas bill, your water bill, buy your groceries, keep daycare, take care of your mortgage payment, your car payments. I'm going to see what's left over. If you have $300 left over and I look at your credit cards and you had $40,000 worth of credit card debt, well, that's $1,200 a month in minimum monthly payments. Math says $300 does not pay $1,200 in the ordinary world. But that's all you've got. So we take that $300, we put you in a Chapter 13, and we force Visa and MasterCard to accept a portion of that $300 for a 3-year period.
Or a 6-year, or a 5-year.
Or 5-year, depending if you're above or below the median income. And if once you're done with the program, whether you've paid them 10 cents on the dollar, 30 cents on the dollar, or all the dollars, you're done. The debt is gone.
Okay, the debt's gone. Now you have positive cash flow of $3,000 a month.
Or $300 a month.
What should you do with that?
Well, now you've
Put
learned
in your
to-
401k?
You've learned
Pay
to
off
live-
your house? Pay off your cars? What are you going to
All
do
those
to
are
get
great
to the 3
ideas.
Here's the point. They're all good ideas, and that's what you want to do. how great would it be to have the option to make those decisions? Right now, if you're in this debt situation, you never have, that thought never comes to your mind because you don't have that discretionary money to do it. What do I like to see people do? I like to see the house get paid off, because the house payment's the biggest monthly obligation. And as soon as that house payment is gone, if that house payment right now is $3,000 a month, and you have $3,000 of positive cash flow now, once that house payment is gone, you have $6,000 of positive cash flow. And all of a sudden you start putting that into your 401k and you invest it wisely,
But Ken,
it grows.
you're talking big numbers. I need everybody to understand this works. This kind of concept works whether you're making $400,000 a year, $200,000 a year, or $65,000 a year. We can make it so that no matter how you put it together, if you can only afford $200 a month towards a Chapter 13, you're gonna come out debt-free on the backside. If you're making $200,000 a year, and the reason you need to look at a Chapter 13 is because you were making $300,000 a year previously, we can still have it so that you come out on the backside with no debt. The key is it works for every single person as long as we can fund the Chapter 13 based on your budget.
Absolutely. But just to kind of put the numbers in quick perspective, if you got $100,000 of credit card debt, you're paying $2,500 a month in minimum monthly payments.
To $3,000 depending, yeah.
Okay. And if you have a $2,500 a month house payment, that would be a normal payment nowadays.
It is indeed.
Add the two of those together, that's $5,000 to $5,500 a month, which if you did these two steps, get rid of the debt, now you have the positive cash flow because you're no longer paying the credit cards, and the next step is you have the house paid off, all of a sudden you're saving $60,000 plus per year. Do that over 10 years with basically doubling your money every 7 years in the market. All of a sudden, you're going to be a millionaire at the time you file at the time you get 66.
Or you can continue to do the same thing that
retire.
you're doing right now, and you will have no money in the bank when you go to retire.
And then you'll have to say, son, daughter, I supported you your whole life. You have to support me, which I don't think is what you want to do. But that's what a lot of people are stuck with.
So here's the key. If you have a significant amount of debt, if you're falling behind on your house, if you're behind on your property taxes, if you're behind on your income taxes, come in and see us now rather than waiting and continuing to hope that money's going to fall from the sky, because it's not. And let's find a solution for you that puts you on the bright side, on the backside.
First of all, just what you're saying is, coming in to see you is not making the decision. That's investigating it. At least explore it. Why wait 3 more years to ultimately do what you need to do when you can do it today or tomorrow and save that time? That's 3 more years to save money. Have a great week. We'll be back next week with Law and Reality.